It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the 49ers and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by the former #3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First down, here's Mitchell. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Overall, I'd have to say that's just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Lance looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the 2nd overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers. At their own 12-yard line. Trubisky will throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A first carry for Najee Harris. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They go play action. Trubisky steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Give running right is Mitchell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12. Another run with Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Lance on the keeper. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Mitchell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Harris running straight ahead. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat fire move. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down is Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Lance now to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Lance again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To try again after the sack. Lance. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sport. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. On 1st down, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On second and very short, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, here's Harris. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Trubisky will throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Trubisky. Caught on a slant. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talked about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Pittsburgh. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On first down, Lance steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lance to throw it. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Oh, he shifts past him. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, 28 yards. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run again with Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Forced out to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Well, here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle.
Certainly, those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Lance back to throw. The quick slant caught, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here's Lance. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for their team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Lance with a first throw in overtime. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here now, Johnny Townsend on for a very important punt here in overtime. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Harris will start the drive out. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance on the option left. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, That's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Dancing to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
35 yards that time on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return, Hardy. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. All right, Charles, so this offense may need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in a tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
And Lance again going to keep it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Holding, offense.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead as that leads us to 4th. So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.